Good afternoon and welcome to everyone. We are just waiting for people to join in to the webinar for maybe like a few seconds, making sure we don't start and that people miss the opening. But I see that things are filling up quite quickly. So I think let's we can get started. So welcome, good afternoon to our ExploreTECH Talk. Focused on the hospitality stakeholders and users within our region. I'd like to introduce also Wasiq, who is here as well with me. Wasiq is the CTO of ExploreTECH, and my name is Ralph, and I'm one of the other co-founders of ExploreTECH, and I work as CEO for ExploreTECH. This is ExploreTECH Talk, where really our goal is to keep you informed and to keep you updated about what's happening on ExploreTECH as a platform, what functionality we've launched, and to help you use it in a more efficient way and in a better way. So let me jump straight right in. Why are we doing this now? Is because throughout this year we've had several events and moments where we've gathered a lot of input and feedback from individuals and users of our platform. So, for example, earlier this year, we had a focus group with buyers, with people from hospitality, a diverse set of people from some chains and some consultants, etc. And we've also had a similar focus group at the same time with people from the technology side, with the vendor side. Besides this, during Arabian Travel Market, we had a big stand with lots of vendors there, and we spoke to a lot of stakeholders from the industry about various things, functionality which could make their life easier. And we also had our own events where we spoke to people in a similar way. And throughout that, we learned a lot. We took a lot of feedback with us, and we actually built and deployed a lot of functionality throughout that period, which we in July also highlighted to vendors with its own ExploreTECH Talk. And our next one, which we scheduled, is in Q4 of this year, because we're still working on some really cool features, which then we can highlight and talk about at that point. And our mantra really of ExploreTECH is that we launch features and functionalities or events, for example, and we validate it, and then we gather the feedback and we refine it going forward, so that we take steps towards perfecting functionality and processes and move from there to only get better. So I wanted to quickly jump into one of our most important functionalities on the platform, which is our blended search. We call it blended search because there is AI and machine learning involved in it. So it's the depth of the search parameters is not just on the names of vendors and their products or categories, etc. Our search actually looks throughout the entire profiles of both products and vendors, so that it can pick up basically the right things which people are searching for and display that to you as a user. Our search also accounts for synonyms and spelling mistakes, and we also dynamically re-rank the search based on what so that it's not always the same, right? That it starts to rotate different results, maybe on the same search parameters. And I wanted to show this live on the platform in some way. So if I jump to our platform and, for example, I open our search bar and I make an obvious mistake in typing Oracle, it will still bring up, Oracle as a vendor and its products. If I do the same with, another vendor, it will still bring up their profile, right? So like spelling mistakes are accounted for on the platform in this way, so that even if you don't know exactly how a particular vendor spelling is, you'll still be able to find it in that way, right? Like so flyer, for example, right? It's or like flyer like this. If you besides this, we also account for features, right, which maybe people are searching for. So people might not know exactly, what they're searching for. They're searching for AI pricing, right? So AI pricing, there are some subcategories come up. There's some vendors which come up. There's some news which comes up. So intelligent pricing automation for hotels, leveraging AI. But there are some profiles of products which come up. Now, the name doesn't say AI pricing. The category is revenue management systems. So if I go to this profile, for example, what do I find here, right? Okay, I'm going to search for AI on this page. There's a lot of AI mentioned, and I see AI to price, etc. But even in the features, if I search, there's here AI optimization in RMS optimization levels, right? Daily pricing. Let's see what else is there mentioned. Well, in terms of AI and features, there's not much, no other specific features mentioned there. But what I really wanted to show here is that, you're searching for something and it brings you relevant content in that sense, right? Depending on what you're searching for. Another example is Dubai tourism, right? We've seen these searches come on our platform before. So why is this particular vendor showing up, like AeroGuest, guest stay, and trip optimization? All right, let's take a look, right? And let's see where this comes from. So okay, I go to their profile. Why is this? So here, remote check-in, Dubai Economy and Tourism Department certified, right? It doesn't say exactly Dubai Tourism, but there is something mentioned about, about this, right? With remote check-in that it's certified by DTCM. Similar example, repeat customers. Somebody is looking for repeat customers, but, here it shows, customer data platforms and customer loyalty software and CRM. And so there's, in the synonyms, it gives you the right suggestions, right, to sort of like start your search. Besides this, in terms of AI, we've also done a integration on our search where people can come with a specific search query and basically get content and results from that. So if I, for example, in the same sphere as repeat customers, say, okay, how do I get more repeat customers like this, right? And I click on our advanced search. What we actually do is create a piece of content for you, which is customized to your query, right? So to increase repeat customers, focus on providing exceptional customer service. But besides this, it also suggests some vendors who might be relevant for your search and some products. So if I look here, CRM is one of the recommended subcategories for repeat customers, and it probably resonates with this content as well. And guess what? There are some suggested products in that category coming up, right? So this really allows you to have a personalized search approach on ExploreTECH, right? Where, we're not dictating how you should use the platform and how you should, find things for yourself, right? You can actually create your own questions and use our advanced search, right, to bring that up. So, how do I improve my revenue generation from each guest? It's such a, random question. There are some subcategories which are coming up, like ancillary merchandising, for example, right? But if I would put that in an advanced search and, we're just waiting for that result to come out, here we go, right? There's more suggested subcategories, upselling solutions, again, CDP. And, here it says implementing a revenue management system. So again, this helps people to sort of navigate the technology space and to get a customized approach based on what you're looking for. And that's really how our search is built up today in this way. So I wanted to give the word to Wasiq regarding our trending and similar functionality on the platform. Wasiq, over to you.
Thank you very much, Ralph, and very happy to be here. So I'll briefly talk about the recent AI and machine learning integrations that we have done on our platform. So we have built 4 machine learning algorithms within our platform with the help of a third-party integration, obviously, to help our hospitality stakeholders find better solutions and see what's new, what's coming up, and in some cases, even what alternatives or similar products that they can find. So first, I'll talk about the first 2, which are the trending vendors and trending products. The trending vendors and trending products can be found on our homepage. So as soon as you land on our homepage, on our landing page, and you scroll down, you'll be able to see what are the products and which vendors are trending right now on ExploreTECH. And there are multiple factors which contribute to how this machine learning model works. But most importantly, it's about how many of these vendors and products, how many views they are getting, how many times they were contacted, how many times they were compared against another product, and so on. So it's taking all of that in factor and producing these results, which obviously keep getting updated as new trends and new events take place on ExploreTECH. The next I like to talk about is the, Ralph, if you can move on to the next slide. So the next thing I like to talk about is the similarity machine learning algorithms that we have built. So similarly, how we have trending for products and vendors, we have similarity for products and vendors as well. But these machine learning algorithms work against a specific vendor or a specific product, which means that every time you would go to a vendor profile, it will take that vendor profile and find which other vendors have products in similar categories, right? And display you that, these are vendors who are similar to this vendor as well. Obviously, giving you more options, giving you more visibility to what's available on ExploreTECH's platform and what you can discover. And that's one of the key features that we have, that you can discover solutions that might fit your needs properly. And the same thing applies on the similar product side as well, where not only does it look at the category, but also the key features of, or the product features of the products. So if you're on a product page, it will find you other products which have similar key features or are solving this a similar problem. So yeah, these 4 machine learning algorithms are again built to help our buyers, our hospitality stakeholders to better to aid them in making a better decision, and to discover and compare solutions to expand their search in what might suit their needs. Yep, that's
Perfect.
right.
Thank you so much. I want to highlight another important tool on the platform, which is the comparison tool which we have on the platform. So we've made it extremely straightforward to run a comparison in just a few clicks for people. And the comparison is really the foundation of your technology search, right? Where you might be doing an RFP, etc., and you want to sort of like gather what features you should be comparing vendors on, for example. So I want to actually jump straight to the platform for that, and basically showcase different ways of how you can do this. So you could, for example, just here straight on our homepage say try out quick comparison. You could look for the actual category from here, or if I say, well, if I am going to compare RMS solutions, let's say, well, I have a couple of RMS solutions here. So if I click on here, add to compare, and I say add to compare from here, these two vendors are immediately added to my comparison. And if I want to add another, I can click on the plus here, and in this search box, I can either search for the name of the vendor, Sendai, or I can, for example, know the exact product name. So if I go to, I don't know, the Duetto, for example, it's called Duetto RMS. But there's a particular vendor I know who doesn't call it by the name. If I search for Hotel Lab, for example, they call their system the revenue management system, but it still comes up like this. So I will click on this. And then these 3 vendors are in there. And all I need to do is click the compare button afterwards, right? And this will generate this comparison. And you'll be able to quickly navigate all the product features of these free solutions side by side, and see their technical specs, and also like you'll be able to easily contact all three at once by just clicking the submit button if you're logged in, right? So you don't have to one by one reach out to these vendors and ask them for a personalized demo, etc. You can literally just say, okay, I want to contact all three, or maybe I want to only contact one, and press submit. So so yeah, we're trying to make life easy for people. And besides this, fundamentally, you might want to share information which you've seen about vendors, right? So if I want to download a PDF or CSV of this comparison, you can do that on our platform. You can actually click on the button, and from here, you'll be able to just apply the promo code, which we've done as a launch offer. And you know, for no cost, you'll be able to download a CSV and PDF of this comparison, and then you know, you can share this internally. You can create your own presentation about this, and you know, do your research from there further in that sense. So this is really what I wanted to show about the comparison tool. If you're willing to make a new comparison again, the only thing you have to do is press the reset button, and you can basically start again and start doing a different comparison on PMS or on whatever category, in a sense. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to show about the comparison tool. Besides this, you might have seen that we show on the comparison this marker where we say it integrates with your tech stack. So when you're signed up, and you create a profile for yourself, and you say which hotel or hotel chain you belong to, you can actually within your profile say in your tech stack what's in your tech stack, right? And then from your comparison and on the platform, you'll be able to see solutions which are compatible with your tech stack in that way. So it really helps you to home in on, you know, what's relevant for you in this way, right? And there's some additional functionality which you might have seen at the end of the comparison, which is our feedback tool. We do this on comparisons and on other sections of our platform because, again, coming back to what I said earlier, we really want to validate and refine what we have on the platform. So we're capturing feedback from users on the platform, and you know, making sure that we keep things in check like that. Right. Wasiq, I want to hand the word back to you in terms of what your team is working on.
Thank you. Definitely. So yes, this is very exciting. So we're working on a lot of features focused towards our, you know, hospitality stakeholders. But two that I would like to talk about today, which we're planning to bring out very soon. The first one is saved comparisons with new data. So I'll just explain it a little bit, just how, Ralph, you were just presenting the comparison and how you can download it. Right beside it, there's another button where you can save the comparisons, which go into your profile, and you can access them anytime later you want. And similarly, if you've downloaded any PDF, it automatically gets saved in your profile, right? So any comparison that you've built in the past, you might want to, you know, come back to your dashboard and download them again. Now, what can happen is between that time since you first made it and now that you want to recheck, the vendors might have you know, added new features, new development into their products. So when you come in and download those comparisons again, it will come in with the new data of, you know, what new is there in those products now. So secondly, what we're working on, which we are actually very excited about, is the buyer dashboard newsfeed. This actually, the idea originates from one of our focus groups we did earlier this year. And this is something we want to build for our buyers and our hospitality stakeholders, for them to have a single news feed where they can see all of what is happening on ExploreTECH and all of what is happening in a hospitality tech. So on the right side, if you see the screenshot, this is what it will look like. You will be getting a continuous stream of updates, including news, blogs, what new key features have been marked on ExploreTECH, which products have marked them and who have you know, adopted them, and so on. And that's not all. What we want to do later down in the future as well is that for you to have the ability to follow certain vendors to follow certain topics, to follow certain subcategories or categories, like what are you interested in, right? So you get very personalized and customized results in one single dashboard, like sort of becoming your one single, source of all hospitality news and all hospitality tech information that you need. So yes, we are very excited about this, and we're planning to roll this out very soon. And right, so also what we have in the blueprint, some things that we are still designing and planning on, how to bring them best to you, to make life easier for everyone, for all the different users that we have on ExploreTECH. The first one is a tech stack builder with benchmarking and comparison. This is going to be something which will be very, very crucial for all hospitality stakeholders, and it will really help them and ease their life in building their tech stacks and finding new solutions which easily integrate, and especially those who are coming up with new properties or new chains and so on. For them, this will be actually very, very helpful. Similarly, we are also planning on an RFP, RFI tool, which we want to do a completely automated RFP and RFI tool, which will make life easier for both the technology vendors and the technology buyers. And it will give them a medium to connect right away and automate a lot of the tedious tasks which involve when going through an RFP, RFI process. And the last thing what we're working on in the blueprints, not the last thing, but last in this list, is the reviews module. So we want to bring in the reviews module to better inform our buyers on what other people are saying about these particular technologies and these particular vendors, to help them, make a more informed decision. So yes, we're very excited, and we want to bring these features out to you as soon as possible.
Great. Thank you so much, Wasiq. I will check if there's some questions in the Q&A, and I see one question here, which is like, somebody asked, like, do I need to pay to use ExploreTECH? No, the answer is no. At the moment, the platform is completely free to use for people from hospitality. As you saw, even from our comparison tool, if you want to save the PDF and comparison, we have a launch offer where you can apply this and pay nothing to download these comparisons for your own benefit. But absolutely, it's free to use, right, for anyone coming from the industry in this way. I see one more question, which is like, how accurate is the information from the vendors, right, which is on your platform? I think that's a really good question. We work with the vendors together so that they are the ones who verify their platforms, verify their products on the platform. So when you see on our platform that a profile says that it's verified, that means that the vendor has come in and updated that information and those product features, etc. And they have indicated that, yes, now my profile is complete, the information is accurate, and that's the moment when we say that a profile is verified. So it's completely from the vendor side that they say this is complete, right? And we're consistently working with more and more vendors to get content updated onto the platform as well. So, and this is an ongoing process in that sense. But we have, over, I think we have close to 1,500 technology solutions already listed on ExploreTECH. And we have, we're closing in on, I think around 800 vendors. So, and we're really we're already at 25% verification in that pool of solutions, right? So, and that's advancing at every point. So, yeah, I think I don't see any other sort of questions in there. So I think we stick with it for now to that. And I thank everyone for joining us today. And then we'll look forward to giving you another update and another ExploreTECH talk in Q4 of this year. So thank everyone, and that's it. Wasiq.
Thank you.
All right.